Don't we
Boom.
have to?
Look
Don't
at
we
that.
have to go to New Azure anyway because there's a Navy Rose sort of thing on our docket.
Yeah, you wanted to go
Yeah,
do
you guys
something.
make it that far.
Yeah,
We're live.
yeah. So that.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
Good morning. I'm still dying. Good
Oh,
afternoon.
you
Good
continue
evening.
dying. I got you.
Okay, thank you.
Continue to die. Hi, we're Cast Exposition, and we're here to play D&D and say swear words. My name is Nikki, and I am inconsequential. Tay is our DM. She's good people. Do we have any announcements this week?
Our cast is one member shorter. If you weren't here last week, we bid adieu to our good buddy Cryo. He's got some things to adult, and you know what? That's fair. We're children in comparison, so it's fine. That's it. Unless anyone else has got anything.
New merch is
Cool.
coming. Be on the lookout for merch. At Fool's Court is our artist.
Yeah,
and
things
our
are
resident artist,
happening.
who we love them very much.
I owe them a lot of baked goods. That's what I've sold my soul for. Yeah. You know, book of time next week. Same time. 5 a.m.-ish, depending on if you're in my time zone. If you're not in my time zone, it's 7 a.m.-ish. If you're not in that time zone, it's 8 p.m.-ish. If you're not in that time zone, you're just Chris, and I don't fucking
You're Chris. That's it.
It's midday, baby. Britannia rules the world.
Chris is here to colonize your spreads.
Yeah,
Be
colonize you.
It's too early for that, sir.
But mostly the gem.
Buck's up already. Jesus Christ. It is 5:19 in the morning. I have been promising to make Fool's Court biscotti for like 2 months. I'm off next weekend and I'll make you fucking biscotti. Just tell me what kind you want. But that's our announcements. That's my biscotti themed tangent. Let's get into our fucking recap. Going in order of the layout. Chris. 1 sentence is what you get. You're muted, babe.
We almost died. Then we didn't. Then someone did.
Excellent. Nikki, you get 1 sentence. Which one are you picking?
Put away the book.
Harry got resurrected and then had change in perspective from it. And now
Sure.
Harry is off doing his own thing.
You're not wrong. Thomas.
Chaos did bring up the 1 move kill on a boss. Almost the 1 move kill. Yes.
Callie.
Akusla was really close to death, but then she took a trip to the Feywild and met a particular rabbit who spoke very kindly about Fuckhead.
A field trip
that
to the
was amazing.
Feywild on a Tuesday afternoon. And last but never least, the marsupial in a man suit, Wombat.
We met back up with Lucian.
Yeah, honestly, those like 5 sentences truly do encapsulate the entire session. Death, resurrection, killing, Feywild, Lucian. I'd like to throw in there that Eclipsa said some wild telephone-esque shit to Lucian and confused the ever-living fuck out of him because that was hilarious. Discord is trying to get me to play poker with you guys. So thank you.
Whoa! Let's talk. What kind of poker?
Texas Hold'em apparently.
Oh, that's my jam.
Yeah.
I've never played.
Throw it over to combat cam. Let's go.
All right, guys, we're here to play today.
I choose you.
Pucks of Doom.
Ace of Spades.
Sure, I hope that's a poker thing. I know it's a card, but anyways, well. jump into today's session, pals. We pick up at the Lunar Manor in Lunar Point, where Lucian and Eleonora had been staying in preparation of their negotiations with the Council of Lunar Point before heading off to various cities throughout the Crystalline Dynasty, continue their pre-coronation tour when they were gifted with the presence of Miss Eclipse Knight, who brought a warning of their friends being in danger. Lucian, being the benevolent leader he is, aided the Pucks of Doom in getting back to Safe Haven by opening a portal for them to transit through. And we pick back up our session with the late hours of the night as you guys have been kind of just getting your feet about. You've only been in Lunar Point for maybe an hour or so after you've kind of all taken a few minutes to take a deep breath, dress any wounds. So if you guys want to take a short rest, that is available to you. Just to start off the old session, if anyone wants to roll any hit dice, or I think wizards get a thing where they can regain a spell slot. It's been a minute since I've taken a short rest as a wizard.
Arcane
But you know.
recovery.
I used all
Arcane
that last
recovery.
time. That's it. I used that to get all my spell slots back before the fight, and then still used all of them because it was a lot.
Yeah. So, as you guys are sitting in this, we'll call it the drawing room of the manor. It is deep oak walls, a long table filled with mostly baked goods, including rotundian charcoal croissants, as they are well known to be Lucian's favorite, a variety of juices and dried cured meats, some cheeses and fine wines. Lucian is present with Eleonora. Eleonora's got her hair kind of tousled up on the top of her head. She's a lot more casual than you've normally seen her, in pants and a blouse versus her typical gowns. There are a few support staff around offering food, taking any of your belongings up to your rooms that you may like not to have on your persons at the moment. But right now, Balin, Callus, Tarek, Eclipse, and Balthazar, you guys are sat at a long mahogany table in purple padded chairs with Lucian and Eleonora standing towards the doorway. What are the five of you up to?
I suppose Callus is probably. I don't really know. I guess probably just thinking on a letter that he received recently.
Yeah, about this time is when a knock on the garden room door would kind of radiate through the room. Eleanor reaching back and just turning the brass handle, welcoming in a thin, about 5-ish, 10, quite lean, androgynous individual. They've got deep, like, mocha, chocolatey colored skin. Their hair is very tightly braided on the sides of their heads, with box braided knots down the center, kind of like in a mohawk-ish pattern. Their clothing is quite elegant and extravagant. They're in really clean, well taken care of white pants, a long sleeve white shirt with a purple corseted vest on with gold embroiderments down the side. You can see like a holy symbol of Shar fastened to a choker they're wearing. They give a small like bow to Eleonora and Lucian as they're pushing in a iron-wheeled cart. Sorry to interrupt. I've got some mail for everybody by way of the House of Light. Your Highnesses, do you mind if I had it out, or is this not the appropriate time?
Please.
They walk over to Eclipsa and hand her a very thick, heavy cardstock envelope sealed with green wax, addressed to Eclipsa Knight. To Tarek, it's a much smaller, used envelope. It looks like this has been repurposed, Tarek. The original address is scratched out, and it has your name just scrawled across, and then New Azure kind of pointed in deep, messy black ink. To Callus. Callus, you get 2 envelopes. One is thinner in texture of the envelope, but when you open it, it's 2 or 3 pages long, this letter. And you get a second one. It's a deeper brown piece of paper. It's just been folded up and trifold and then sealed with some black wax. Balthazar, you get this envelope, and it just, like, everyone around you can smell it. It kind of smells like stale liquor. Like, this paper just radiates booze, and you open it, and, like, the evidence is right there. It is drenched in red wine. Like, you can see the dried, crumpled, brittle page. Lucian gets a very fine envelope, very crisp white, sealed with purple wax. And then, Maylin, you get a brown envelope, not even really sealed, much as more as like burnt shut in a way. And then you get a very small box, about 4 inches long, 3 inches wide, 2 inches deep. You kind of give it a shake out of curiosity, and there's something rattling around inside of it. And then there are 2 packages left on this cart. One is wrapped in plain brown paper, tied up with a very simple, like, twine. And the other one is a longer box, kind of resembles what, like, a tennis bracelet would be delivered in. It's deep, crushed red velvet, the entire box. For those joining us on stream, I have handed out the majority of these letters already, just to kind of give expedience. So, party, you get these letters handed to you, and Esper looks kind of around the room and goes, I have 2 packages left. One is not addressed. And they show the crushed red velvet box and just place it on the table before picking up a much wider, heavier, butcher wrapped box and puts it on the table. And this one is addressed to the Pucks of Doom, which I am assuming are you. If I can be at your service any longer, I will be in the mail room. I bid you all good night.
May takes hers and just quietly nods, thank you. And I think opens the box first and then
Okay.
immediately puts the lid back on and just puts
May,
it in her pocket.
you open this box and you see what's kind of inside, and you close it and clasp it quickly. What does your face look like? Like, what kind of facial reaction do you have right now, if any?
A very tight expression. Like I wanted to yell or something, but I'm going to deal with this later.
What about the rest of you? How are you feeling and reacting to your letters?
Balthazar is licking a corner of the letter to figure out if this is any good wine or not. Try to figure out the state of the person that sent it. And Lucian.
Go ahead and make a
Alcohol.
history check, Balthazar.
History. 5.
Are you proficient in
Close.
brewing supplies?
History. Let's see. 11.
This wine tastes all too familiar to you. It feels like it came from Papa's house, which is a familiar all-male brothel establishment that you had previously visited in Astapora.
Good times. And Lucian's just very studiously looking over this letter and double checking and looking again at the name at the bottom and then reading it over again more thoroughly.
Eclipse, what about you?
She's looking more concerned. And she probably starts to get up to go to her room unless she's needed here at the table with the letter that she's reading.
Where are you
Matt,
going?
Yes, I was. You handle this. And Esper just kind of like backs away. Good day, and bids their head out of the room and just leaves, pulling the cart. You kind of hear that of the wheel like not going the right way, and you hear
And they
someone
hit the
kick it.
doorway on the way
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Just making an absolute mess of themselves.
Like page the page.
Yes.
Eclipse, you're right.
I'm I have time, and she'll sit back down, but she's still kind of reading the letter.
Eric, what about you?
I'm gonna read the letter.
Okay. And how are you feeling as you read this letter?
Not good.
Tarek kind of keeping to himself, looking at this very small. You guys can see him like pull it out of this envelope. It is not a full sheet of paper. It is like maybe the corner section of a piece of paper if you're lucky. And then Callus, your 2 letters. How are you feeling? What are you displaying?
I think there's sort of a reading the first letter. There's a sort of look of disappointment, which then is pretty quickly followed by, I suppose, a type of happiness.
Would you consider the first letter the 1-page or the 3-page letter?
One from P. And then following that, he sort of folds up that letter again and begins reading this essay. And as he does, there's a sort of look of shock and disappointment and sadness. And he lets out a heavy sigh for folding, sort of reorganizing the papers, folding them up and handing them to May.
May doesn't hand over the letter, but does hand over the box under the table, like trying to be quiet about it.
Yeah.
And she reads her letter and says, "Did everybody get bad?" She kind of takes Callus's notes and doesn't say that she's taking them, like just kind of quietly puts them on her lap.
Mm-hmm.
Did everybody get bad news? Or because mine is from Zoya. She's apparently got more information for me.
No, my friend is over in New Azor. We're going to have a good time at a party, so let's go back there so we can have some fun. Then this Lucian sort of looking over.
Zoya is in New Azor, so I think that there's a stop there to be made. Anyway, I need to check on Rosa, but what did everybody else get? And she's pulling that heavy package toward herself now.
It is probably 3 to 4 pounds in weight
Okay.
as you're pulling it.
She lifts it up and passes it to Lucian.
It's the severed head of Rakesh.
Thank you.
Is that the unmarked package or the velvet package?
The big brown wrapped one that's being
Big
passed to
brown wrapped one
Lucian.
that's addressed to the Pucks of Doom.
Taking the package, you'll
The
just
velvet one was dressed.
look up and just say, it seems we have correspondence from Javier. Been looking into something for Haragash. Around the 18th of Redfall. Crystals needed from the Infinite Staircase. Things that can help with the plan. So we'll need to look into that more astutely. Although in the meantime, I am very curious to see what is in this package. Starts opening the package.
Lucian, as you kind of take a knife from your hip and just cut the twine and unfold and not so gingerishly wrap open this parchment. It's a simple wood box, very thin corrugated wood. You pull out, wrapped in white canvas, and as you unfold this canvas is a soft, grayish leather skin folded up that looks familiar to only one person in this room. And as you pull it out, a tri-folded letter drops to the table.
Skin?
May's not looking. May's looking at Eclipsa because she was waiting for Eclipsa to say her thing.
Eclipse was looking at the skin, and now she's like really confused, but then she kind of looks at May and then looks back at the skin.
May looks.
Skin in a box.
And she freezes.
How thoughtful. Placing it back onto the table and then trying to pick up the letter that fell to the floor.
If we reference handouts, I will begin a read over.
Oh god, I said
To
mine
those
wasn't
known of the Pucks of Doom, if you are seeing this letter, that means I have fallen ill, or worse. The circumstances of my disappearance are unknown to me at the time of writing, and frankly, more than likely do not matter. Take these words as a desperate attempt to keep things balanced in the realm. Should I no longer be on the side of this looming war, no things are going to get much worse. Emsgar, or as you know them, Bella Luna, is going out of her way to ensure those who hold the rising talisman stay strong. I fear they are more horror than human. The things they are willing to do to see the rise of the Whispered One, I fear will end society as we know it. Please reach out to your loved ones as soon as you can upon reading this. There are 6 pendants floating around, and I assume you know of them already. Kunan is holding one of the keepers in Carceride to protect them. Emsgar is known to have one. Mateo kept one on his person, and with his passing, I assume you have it. One of the members of the Lightless family has one in their possession. He guards the gate of the Beastlands for the Gilded Knot. The final 2 are on opposite ends of the land. One is kept by the High Flame of Rotund. Do not trust a thing they do. It'll be complicated to obtain as she is ruthless. She will kill all at all costs. Lastly, in the Navy Rose, behind the crest in the Red Lounge, you will need to make a worthy donation to its guardian to open the safe. You are wondering why this letter is coming to you. Simply put, I cannot afford to have my legacy tarnished by Kunan and his goal to raise the Whispered One. The Frost Prince must live on through the talismans and my heirs. Once you've obtained the talisman, you can begin the summoning process. Bringing him to your level is the only way to destroy him. I wish you luck in that regard. I truly do. T. Windspear.
Holy shit.
So bad. Almost.
Oh boy.
Assume that Lucian was reading that out loud to everyone because he just has a letter and he's just like, huh, this is weird.
Alanora sits there, kind of finger looming on her lip. She looks like she's trying to speak, but the words in which she wants to conjure cannot come to tongue.
Well, this has been a much heavier evening than I was expecting. I thought we were going to have some wine, maybe some rabbit. I don't know. This, God.
Who's T. Windspear, sorry? I feel like I'm out of the loop in this one.
Man,
And he's dead.
not quite.
I thought he was helping in this whole endeavor. Why would he be trying to stop the rising tide?
If only he had have said something.
And what about this one? Eleanor kind of reaches and slides the crushed velvet box forward. That's not gonna have, like, a finger or a tongue in it, is it? There's already a skin.
I'll check, and he'll open up the
It's
red
just
box.
the rest of the body.
Opening the crushed velvet box, Lucian, is a very well carved dagger with a bone handle.
Would a certain
It looks-
someone recognize that?
What?
Yes.
Yeah, it's what I used to stab the man.
Callus, you would know this is ordnance in this crushed red velvet box.
But this deal was done. That's the dagger that I made the man stab himself with. I should not have it again, as far as I recall. She only asked me to get one replacement. And I suppose he'll reach forward to grab the dagger.
As you pick up this dagger, when you previously held it, it had almost a heartbeat, like a lifeline in it. But there's no pulsating, there's no feeling. It's as if the dagger itself is dead. Callus, you look down at your hand as you pick up this dagger. And that spurcular spot where Arithia's flesh had been planted in yours, as soon as you grab this dagger, it begins to crystallize in a blue ice, similar to Eclipse's skin.
Oh, God. Balthazar knocking 3 chairs over as he's trying to backpedal away from this spider dagger that's now turning people into ice.
Well played. And he'll put the dagger back into the box.
What did you lot do to piss somebody off so bad?
I didn't do anything.
Eleanor just looks around the room.
He stabbed himself. I didn't do anything.
Nothing but trouble since day one. Her face a little dumbfounded with like a curled smile.
So, the guy that you made stab himself and then he disappeared, maybe he just didn't. Maybe he's like, okay, nice trick, haha. Now I send you the dagger back and the letter because he is actually fine.
It's possible. I had assumed that perhaps Lady O would have been at least powerful enough to do what she said she was going to, siphon strength from him. But I suppose it's possible that that has not happened. And in fact, the ban was stronger than the Lady O.
Well, I can try and help put our minds to ease. I need some things, like I need a new spell scroll and some other things, but now that I have this, and Balthazar pulls out his little necklace from the ban, maybe I can see where he is and what he's doing. If he's being, like, tortured to death over and over again, then we know where it came from. But if he's just out living life, then we'll know.
It's a good idea.
As everyone continues talking, May, you just pull the box forward to you. It's there. It's yours.
He reaches in and just touches it.
Is it boots?
No, it
No.
doesn't look harmed. It doesn't look cut. It doesn't look changed. It looks in perfect, folded condition. Almost like the day you found it.
Mind Link, Callus, Eclipsa, Lucian. I need to get out of here.
Where?
What's wrong?
I need to go outside.
Let's go.
Just nods.
Do you want company?
Yeah,
Okay,
can you
let's
come
go.
with me? She takes the box.
Eclipsa just gets up quietly to go walk with her.
Lucian just turns to Eleanor and is just like, so who's this member of the Lightless family that guards the Beastlands while they're, like, walking up? It's just like, who?
Your guess is as good as mine. I could go back in the archives. And she kind of like crosses her hands over her chest. I don't know much about the family, honestly. Mom adopted me when I was 4. If there are more of us, I was never told of them. I assumed I was an only child until a few weeks ago.
Yeah, at which point Balthazar gets all excited. He's like, remember I did the family tree thing? You can look at that. That will tell you everything. See, look, I'm ready.
Yes, Balthazar, thank you.
I cannot get the family tree up at the minute, so I will have to rely on someone doing that.
Tay has it.
Tay has it.
Somewhere. Yeah, somewhere. As May and Eclipsa go outside, you pass a few support staff in the halls. Callus, are you following?
I imagine, yeah, Celts would have gone with them.
As you guys head outside, the air is crisp and cold, as if it should be snowing. But the ground is this like thick, broken open lava rock now. The mountains around the city, you can kind of see them walling the city in, are white and crisp and clean and like absolutely stunning. But the rest of the city has been like dried out and warmed, except for the air around. 3 of you stand outside, May holding this box.
How close are we to water here?
Days of travel.
How far are we from getting away from people?
Like you could be outside the city walls within an hour.
Oh, I don't want to go an hour away. So I guess she just walks to an alley and ducks in. And lets the other two follow her. And just drops the box and takes the, like, leaves the box there and takes the skin out and holds it. I assume you know what this is.
And Clips is only speaking through the mind link because they're still
Oh,
in the
is she?
city.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Is that actually your skin?"
And when she holds it, it becomes, so you know how leather, like a chamois or something, is stiff when it's all dried out. When she touches it, it's pliant and it kind of folds itself over and looks like it could be manipulated. It's it's certainly acting like it. Do you think it's a trick?
I wouldn't.
You go.
Does it feel like it?
Yeah.
That letter didn't seem like it was a trick.
I'm not sure if it'd be possible to make a skin that's so realistic to your own.
Give it a try.
I can't hear. I can't hear. In the street. Why would he do this?
I don't know. I guess he wanted us to do something and he needed leverage. But if he was gone, there's no reason to hold on to that leverage.
I'm missing one of them.
One of what?
He says he had sneezels too. He says to reach out to your families with this. I can. But I also know that there's a portal that we could all go. In Vividan.
Is that where... Was it Sneasel? Was?
No.
No.
Sneezel's in Astropora. Unless he's dead and skinned, which is entirely possible.
Let's just do a world tour. Let's go everywhere.
We don't have the time for that, but assuming we stop the end of the world, I would like to go home.
We might have a war to deal with while dealing with the end of a world.
What war?
According to my mother, there are people hoarding rations over in the Jade Empire. The word of war is spreading. And
Who?
able-bodied men and women are being sent to the capital.
The capital.
Capital of the Jade Empire. They're gathering for war, it sounds like.
We've got 2 stops.
Do they not know what is happening?
How could they?
We barely know what's happening, to be fair.
Maybe we need to make a stop there and make a plea to get them to put the war on pause? What?
I believe
I'm not so sure if it's them causing the war or if it's the very place we stand in, the Dark Republic. Which side is causing it, I don't know.
You're in the
May
dynasty.
gets real tight-lipped. What makes you say that?
Because even I know little about this war. So I don't know which side it started at. That's all.
Then why would you say it's this place? If
I
you
said it
don't
might
know.
be, May.
Question for the DM. Would everyone else here know the Empire's history of going to war?
That's a fantastic question, good sir. I appreciate you asking. Could everybody roll history checks?
Like, nice.
And take some water, you thirsty little whores.
I'm not
8.
good at history.
13.
12.
No.
So far it's a no. Let's see if Tarek has a resounding accomplishment right now. You're muted, baby.
26.
Yeah, Tarek knows. Tarek, you know that the Jade Empire is a little trigger happy. They like war. They don't like war. They will go to war. Specifically, 9 times out of 10 with the Dark Republic. However, that remaining 1 out of 10 times is easily directed at the Crystalline Dynasty or the Ancient Commonwealth. So,
And they are powerful. Yes.
they're all powerful in their own regard, yes. By
But Tarek isn't
landmass,
there.
the Crystalline Dynasty wins. Followed up by the Jade Empire, then the Ancient Commonwealth, and then the Dark Republic.
So it's safe to say, in what Eclipse said, that she doesn't know who would cause it.
Yeah,
she
Eclipse has
doesn't
no
know.
fucking idea.
Yeah. So that's why it might be this, it might be them. She doesn't know. That's essentially what she was trying to say, but I can't.
Okay, I was getting the impression that you were trying to be coy about saying this is the Dark Republic's fault.
No. She
Okay,
did say might
okay.
be the Dark Republic, but it was meant to be might be.
Okay.
Might be.
I was reading the tone as subtext, but if I read that incorrectly, then my apologies. Lucian wouldn't be so stupid. Would he?
No, but the High Flame might be cocky enough. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, from the letter, having a war going on would certainly get in the way. Fuck! Fuck! And she puts the skin into her bag of holding.
Not the first time she said that or done that.
Bow chicka bow bow. And what did your letters, other than tidings of war, did you get anything else from your letters that might help us? And she still got Callus's letters.
No. Just people are panicking, rations are being hoarded, supplies consolidated. Men and women are going to the capital, and more Green Watch are appearing.
Who's the Green Watch?
Hey, what's the Green Watch? Because I'm assuming Eclipse could explain in better
It's
detail than I
essentially your
could.
guard. It's essentially your
Okay.
guard.
I
You're a
wanted to make
kingless
sure.
state. They're not going to call it the Crown's Guard or the King's Guard. It's just your guard.
Well, it's our guard. That's what we call them.
Oscar, nothing from you?
I got a letter from an old friend, and but nothing important.
Okay. How do we handle this when we go back in that room?
I think we should talk to Lucian.
Alone?
Well, if there's word of war, he might have ideas or something. I don't know.
There was a mind link with Lucian. He was the other one, so she sends a mind link to him and says, we're going to come back, but we all need to speak.
I'll have the room prepared. It'll just be us.
Thank you.
Balthazar's got overly excited with his message. I've sent him upstairs to calm down. He's annoying me.
He's a sweet man. Excitable, but sweet. Can you see if you can get information out of our jester friend about what his letter contained? It may be pertinent.
Sure. Tarek, what's going on with your letter?
And I assume that they start heading back, so that way they're all together.
Just
It's the lack of
barging in.
discreet.
Yeah,
Like, it's
Lucian
like to
barging
the
in.
point.
Lucian, like, master planner level charisma. Like,
This is the same thing of this is an interesting town that you own. Got the same energy about it.
Like they don't give a shit but can be indie.
Yeah, there's a time to be coy, and there's a time that everyone's getting letter bombs. Is like, how's yours going? 'Cause you've been quiet.
He will say nothing important to y'all.
A personal matter, would you say?
Yes.
Yes. Mindling back. Seems to be something personal. I'm not going to pry, because I don't particularly care.
I'm a father. No.
thank you for your help.
Always.
Eleonora turns to the page who's coming to the door. And she has got a bottle of wine in her hand. Does anybody need a glass? Just me. You? Points to Tarek. Looks at Balthazar. You definitely. Tarek, love. Glass of wine? Tarek, love. Glass of wine?
Yes, why not?
She grabs a couple of glasses. She's got the bottle of wine tucked under her arm, and she grabs 4 glasses, one in front of Balthazar, one in front of Tarek, and then puts the other 2 in front of her and just pours everyone a glass of this deep red wine and slides them your way. And before you guys even get your hands on your glass, she is pouring herself a second. Hers is gone. At this time, Eclipsa, Malin, and Callus would rejoin the room, and Eleanor is uncorking a second bottle. Do you guys want a glass of this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes. Tell me you don't drink. You look like you need it. And she points to Callus.
I'm alright. Cheers.
I'll have his.
Yeah, you
They
should.
downs hers.
She pours like a double into May's glass, tops up everybody else's, and then just drinks from her bottle. Just drinks from her bottle. Do you guys need anything else before I go to bed? I know that look on his face. You guys are gonna talk. I don't want to hear it. You probably don't want me to hear it. So, good night. She like puts her hand on Lucian's shoulder. Love you. Don't end the world, friends. And she just
No
starts to
promises.
walk out the door.
Yeah.
Closing the door, making sure it's nice and secure. No one's sort of earwigging about, and then setting himself up in a chair and just... So, let's talk. What's going on?
He looks at Eclipsa.
Eclipsa kind of just looks at the party. And she looks at Lucian. It's like, you might have a war coming your way.
Here? To the Dynasty? What? Why? Who? Where? When? When? Like, getting up a little bit.
I don't know.
Now, pull sword.
Shanks him.
It's
The full
a me!
initiative callus is coming.
I don't know if it'll be here. I don't know if it'll be the Dark Republic itself. But the Jade Empire has rumors spreading, and there are people being sent to the capital.
And he's visibly, like, becoming incredibly angry and sort of stifling it down. Eclipsa, how old are you? Just tell me that. How old are you? I don't know if I've ever asked, but I will just ask now. How old are you?
She's gonna look really confused.
Okay. I was trying to see if you were alive the last time that the Empire invaded my homeland, which was just over 30 years ago.
Does Eclipse remember this, DM?
This is Eclipsa.
Eclipse doesn't know her own age.
Is she more than 30 years old?
No, probably not. Maybe.
Okay. So you are aware, as a younger state and a smaller state, we were completely overwhelmed with no warning, and they killed my father and raided our obsidian mines. And it's been a few decades since they've been on a raid, and now you're saying that they're preparing and consolidating again. They do love to attack us and invade us every now and again, so if they are coming, I would have you tell me, please.
I only know what the letter is written. It says there are rumors. And that people are being sent to the capital.
Lucian, the letter from Taban
Yes.
says that the High Flame has one of the necklaces that is needed for the ritual.
That does not surprise me, looking around again. And in
Do
the
you
mind
think that the
wing.
Jade Empire is getting intelligence? That perhaps the Dark Republic is forming their own distraction?
Distraction?
Well, if the High Flame wishes to see this ritual completed, a war might be a good way to get in the way.
Who knows what that conceited bitch would do in this state? I knew that she was poison for the Republic. She treats them like scum. But, I had no idea she was into this level. Well, perhaps it is time for a more candid discussion.
Well, we'll have the opportunity at your coronation, won't we? Until then...
That is correct. I hope you will all be attending my coronation in the Republic. Perhaps we can ease some of this tension with a nice national event.
Until then, I can speak with the people that I know, get the word out, see if I can get some word in.
Now, I've been attempting to... myself and Eleanor have been going on this tour. We're going around the dynasty and introducing ourselves and letting them know that myself and Eleanor are now ruling. We're trying to keep things nice and amicable because we need things to be orderly. When this thing hits critical mass, we can't have infighting across the country. Now we've struck up an alliance with the Republic. The same was supposed to go that way, but if their leader is now trying to start something to cause chaos to enable this end time to happen quicker, this is absolutely not what I needed.
The optics aren't very good, are they?
No. In fact, Eclipse, I was going to ask if... Well, I'd already made it clear that most people here would be offered places of station within the dynasty, but I needed an ambassador to the Empire because the dynasty has a long relationship with them, and hopefully the easing of tensions would be helpful if one of their own was on myself and Eleanor's council. But it seems like tensions are already boiling over, so if you wanted to, accept your position and hurry along the effort of calming everyone down, that would be much obliged.
So you want me of all people to act as an ambassador to try and calm down the people of here?
No, not here. I need you to calm the people in your own country. Regardless of my feelings towards the Empire, their atrocities and war crimes are decades old. We have more things to deal with, more pressing issues. A revival of the Whispered One is less than ideal. If the Empire is making war on their side of the world again, that just means less people to deal with whatever horrors come pouring through.
Do you want me to try to calm for the entirety? And she does this, including the High Flame, the Dark Republic. Or would you like me to focus on here first to ensure the safety of these people?
Well, there is another matter to deal with that, and I have an offer for all of you, which I would hope that you would accept. This tour
We're listed.
is taking too long, frankly. As much as I understand it's needed to show us as a front for the people, Redfall is approaching, and I don't have time to be running around the countryside when Xander, or whatever his true name is, Kennen, is going to be at his weakest. My next port is Crystal Point. Myself and Eleonora will be leaving there to attend to matters. I would ask that when you go to New Azure, spend some time there, wrap up whatever errands you need, and then take a skyship that I have and go to Wainstorm and act on my behalf to ease them in and bring them back into the dynasty.
What's the date today?
What is the date today? I don't know.
It is the very late evening of the 8th of Redfall.
We have
Mm.
10
Mm.
days. 10 days
Yes.
to prepare for the meeting Xander on whatever battlefield we choose. And you want us to spend a portion of those days making nice for you in a city that has nothing to do with any of our plans.
Again,
As a member of your council already, I must advise against this.
as my steward, I would assume that you would know this would be part of your role, to act in my stead when I cannot.
When Xander's done, maybe we're on a timeline, Lucian.
Yes, and there are a lot of things to do beforehand. This place isn't unified.
You're right.
If
We
this...
already have a list.
Yes, your list is on that, I understand. If you can knock that out in a day, the ship will get you there in less than a day. And then you can take that ship straight down south to where you know he's going to be. It will be quicker than walking. It will save you time in the long run.
No, it won't.
Yes,
That's a
it will.
diversion. You could give us the ship and get us to where we need to be faster. So we
Yes.
have more time to prepare and more resources with which to do the thing that we need to do. This is a diversion from the point.
Malin, I need this doing. It won't take you
You are
more
my
than a few
friend,
hours.
Lucian, and I would do anything for you, but it needs to wait. And that's my take on it. I don't speak for everyone. I think it needs to wait.
The rest of you then, what are your inputs?
I know that what you that you need us to do this for you, Lucian. I'd you know I'd march through the the 9 levels of hell for you, but we need to. I agree with me. This I think preventing the end of the world takes priority.
This is part of the step. This place needs to be unified. Because of what happened with the flame, people aren't just willingly accepting us. We have to go door to door and explain everything to them. It's tedious. I would rather be out there doing things with you. I'd still be with you now if I didn't have to run this day to day. And I can't come and help until this area is solidified. Otherwise, we're opening up ourselves for rebellion and all other manners of just plain nuisance while we're trying to do our best to stop this.
And so why send us? Why not just send anyone that you could hire? Why us?
I don't trust anyone else, Callus. Come on now. You're my counsel, my steward, my master at arms. Hopefully my ambassador to the Empire and my jester. Sorry, Tarek, I haven't thought of one for you yet. And you're already dressed in the outfit.
How long?
Here's how I see it. In the morning, Balthazar takes you straight to New Azure. You spend the day figuring out what you need to do there. Complete whatever tasks you need to do. Hopefully they can take you the day. The ship can pick you up in the evening and travel through the night so that you'll be in Wainstorm by morning. Spend a couple of hours schmoozing the upper class. Balthazar can even pretend to be me if things get a little bit hairy.
I don't think it's very good at that.
Maybe not. But as I understand, you need to be to the far south of the dynasty for this to work. Well, that's where Xander is supposed to be, is that correct? If so, you can then take the ship all the way further south. It will take a couple of days to get there, but you will be there. Whereas I know Balthazar's teleporting. He can't get you there instantly, so this ship would be the quickest course for you. You'd still have a couple of days while there to prepare. In the meantime, I can finish up in Crystal Point, and then meet you down there. Javier's letter
Are you
here.
saying that unless we run your errands, we do not have access to your ship?
I'm not saying that. However,
Just checking.
because this has to be my priority with Eleonora, if you can knock that one out, after I've finished in Crystal Point, I can set about what Javier's letter has been describing. There are some crystals from the infinite corridor that can help. I can try and gather those while you're heading down south. Meet you there with these new elements that should
If we
help.
had the ship, could we not skip Wainstorm, take the ship to the temple, and get it herself?
No, you'd be going the wrong way.
May make me a straight intelligence check, Queen.
Yeah.
5.
Yeesh.
Oh God, why do you have to be
May
so
is not
dumb
that
right now?
smart.
Make me a history check for something you've read, maybe.
5.
Okay.
Fuck's sakes, roll with advantage.
I'm going to change my choice of
If
steward.
you want
and,
me to know this, why don't you just tell me it? Because I'm
I'm
going to
gonna
roll
re-
poorly. She's not smart.
Want me to
The
roll
beast
for you?
land. The Beastlands is another plane of existence. The
Oh, no.
infinite
I'm not
stair-
talking about the Beastlands. I'm talking about going to the temple and getting these crystals that...
in the infinite staircase at the door of the Beastlands.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought that it was talking about going to the ziggurat. My mistake. I take that whole thing
Oh,
back.
yeah,
I would have...
yeah.
That's Nikki's
No,
error.
keep that in. Let me
Sorry.
face palm my steward first day on the job.
Flash of genius, Cryo says. Hi, Cryo. Love you.
Oh, buddy.
You've been here for a few minutes saying you should raise a child army.
I've been
And then-
reading, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I have to go pee. Eclipse and Tarek haven't weighed in yet.
It's true.
Does Tarek want to say anything?
He has nothing to say on this. Like, even if you say what he thinks, like, everyone will be okay. But it's Tarek, so you don't have a point in the discussion. So, you will say that.
You can still say something, on.
Yeah, say it. Say it, Tarek. Say it.
Yeah, do it.
Say it, Tarek.
Lucian, I will only do it if you give us money for it.
I was, of course, going to give you all money. You know that I like giving people money.
How much money?
I was thinking 10,000 gold for getting this done quickly. This needs to be done. This is only a couple of hours of speaking, and you need to get it done. Because if they come back and say,
Everyone-
we're going to go into open rebellion because the jester that you sent us decided to set the house on fire, I will be displeased, and there will be no money.
I can be quite persuasive.
I know you can.
I mean,
Eclipse is going to look a little concerned about Tarek for just a moment. She looks at Lucian. You want me to act as ambassador, correct?
Yes.
We have an end of the world and a potential war from one side or the other, or many, I don't know. I'm sorry about what happened before. But why don't I go handle convincing the people alone? That way they can still get to where they need to go to handle Xander. The
You would-
dynasty becomes unified, and then I could head on my way to try and calm tension, at least between my homeland and the dynasty.
But then you wouldn't be there for the interaction with... We need you there to help put Xander in his place.
We also don't need a war
I know, that's why
getting in the way of that.
we need to do both at the same time. There's an end of the world
We do,
coming,
that's why.
and there seems to be war brewing. We can't leave one, because then the other one will happen, so we need to act on both fronts. I know this seems compact, and the timeline is scary, but I believe you can do it. I've seen you do way more. Schmoozing some diplomats and then taking an airship down south should be fine.
And if you send us all, then you're only focusing on one and not both.
No, if you go to
The
the one,
majority still goes.
if you go to Wainstorm on your way, it's only a couple of hours detour. It's still heading south. It's on the way.
Well, we do have a couple people who seem to not want to go. That's why I make the offer. I can go alone.
I would prefer you weren't far from us.
Yes. I would rather you all work together.
Maybe Harry will go.
I asked Harry, but he seems to be more focused on the areas where we've had little influence.
Can't imagine why.
Because
If there's war brewing, I wouldn't want to bring my friends into it.
we're doing an excellent job of preparing the rest of the world. Of course.
Lucian, we have a sending stone, do we not?
We do.
You still have it?
Of course.
Let us get to New Azure and see how long it's going to take us. I don't think that we're going to come to an agreement until we know how long it's going to take us to prepare.
Okay, then I would like to know what your plans are within New Azure. What is going to take you so long that you can't spend a couple of hours in Wainstorm?
We have a necklace to collect, for one.
Yes.
And do you think that'll be an hour?
Yes.
You think very highly of us,
Why would I think less of
considering
you?
our track record. Like I said, until we know how long it is going to take. Do you recall the time we were just going to peek into a tower?
Ah, the tower. How simple things were back then.
Just going to peek in, right? We're going to have to see how long this is going to take us before we can agree to make any sort of other. I hesitate to say extra because I know that you'll argue, but an additional line items.
I will take a maybe for now.
Thank you.
But if you arrive in New Azure and you have completed all your tasks and you have ample days, I expect you to go to Wainstorm. Because if this place isn't
Why
unified...
would I just dilly-dally?
Do
Lucian,
not
have you known
speak
me
of
for
it
just
as
some
dilly-dallying.
time?
This is important and I need
I am not suggesting that going to Wainstorm is dilly-dallying. I'm suggesting you suggest that I waste my time.
If this was a waste of time, I wouldn't ask you to do it now, would I, Malin?
You misunderstand me. Your suggestion that I would be less than honest with you about how much time we have to do the thing you are asking me to do. Misplaced, Your Majesty.
Then perhaps we will have a better discussion in the morning when you've had time to reflect. And he gets up and leaves.
I think that rest is a good idea. On the ear cuff, May sends to Balthazar, we leave for New Azure in the morning.
You hear some gargling. And then he pops up out of the bathtub and is like, "Okay, good. I found the wine. I'll see you in the morning. Bye."
And with that, we're gonna go to break, drink some water, and we'll be back in 5 minutes as mom and dad sign their divorce papers.
Okay, I'll put us on break.
saying
again.
we are alive since like.
As you said that, we went
Live for
live,
an hour
so
and a half.
well done.
We're back. Hello. You missed us, I'm sure. We pick up after Lucian storms out of the room after him and Mommy May fight. The rest of their kids sit there awkwardly wondering if they're going to get treated to McDonald's after this argument. You know, they're not sure. Anyways, we pick up with just the 4 of you in the room. So it's Eclipsa, Malin, Callus, and Tarek, with Balthazar somewhere in a bathtub waterboarding himself with bottles of wine. What are the 4 of you up to?
I'm doing some shenanigans.
What shenanigan? Are you invisible?
He's stripping down before heading invisible.
Yes.
Stripping in the room and everybody else just slowly leaves.
Just watch me take off my clothes. It's fine. Throw gold coins at Tarek.
The band type bait.
Like,
I guess Callus just sort of seems a bit preoccupied in thought, I suppose.
Shall we revisit this in the morning?
It's been a long day. I think rest is a good call.
Okay. As everybody either wanders the halls aimlessly to find the guest chambers which they have been assigned, or perhaps you politely ask Page the Page for some directions.
Well, they stayed here last night, didn't they?
Yeah, but you know.
I thought this was still the same day. I thought this was the same night when they got in.
I don't know.
Yes, I think that's the
Looks
right,
so-
but you know,
Yeah.
time soup.
Oh no,
Looks
Eclipsa
so
had a
good
night
before
here. We
bed.
didn't.
No.
That's what it was.
Just fucking Charlie just getting yeeted around. Is there anything anyone would like to do in their few moments before this long rest? Okay. I'll just start at the top and work my way down. Anything from Balthazar that he wants to do in this long rest?
He's feeling nice and bubbly because he's had quite a bit to drink. He's nice and warm from his bath.
Lick some paper.
He's gonna take another look over at the letter and remind himself that he needs to go to the Cloaked Rabbit to go ask for jewels. And then he's gonna just bundle himself up into a bed and then reflect on the day and how they all almost died, and he's gonna try and go to sleep.
Okay. Eclipsa.
She's gonna do the thing that we discussed previously, where she just kind of sits in her bed and meditates on her curse.
Okay, walk me through what you're doing.
Essentially, what she's doing is she doesn't necessarily think anything will happen. Maybe nothing will happen at all, but she's trying it anyways. She's trying to focus mainly on the feeling of the curse and seeing if there's a way that she can like submit to it to see if anything changes.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a d20 roll and add your Constitution modifier.
I rolled a 4, so 5.
As you kind of sit there and start meditating on this form of yourself, Your body feels icy cold for a minute. And you start thinking of Thaben and the time you met at the Three Sword. You think of walking in to see Lucian in your visage dancing with him. You see memories of him petting the side of May's cheek before pushing you to your knees. Rakesh stalking about in the back while Callus breaks down the door. You recall the nightmare you had where they slaughtered all of your friends in cold blood in the base of the inn. Do you go to sleep after this meditation, or do you stay up for the night?
If nothing seems to happen during the meditation, she'd go to sleep.
Nothing happens. Eclipse, you bunker down for bed, you get comfy and cozy, go ahead and take a long rest. Tarek, anything from you tonight?
I'm gonna write a letter.
Okay, yeah, feel free to text me what you're writing.
It's not for you.
She's the DM, dude. That's not how it works.
I'm gonna see myself out now. It's been real, guys.
Okay.
Okay, that was funny. Give yourself DM inspiration.
Oh,
That was, I can't even be mad at that. That was good.
the point is, it was not to send to someone.
Yeah. Okay.
It will come handy. That's a tool that will come handy later.
Ah. All right. As Tarek spends his night scribing away at a desk, Callus, Maylin, anything from the two of you?
You have anything you need to do?
I've got stuff, but you go first.
Okay, you said me go first. The second that door closes, May is moving in to consummate this marriage immediately. It's immediately.
I regret.
Just you said me go first.
I regret saying you go first, but yeah, sure, go for it. I'll figure it out.
I was not going to describe a thing. She's got a level of exhaustion. She's pissed off. She's just got her skin back. She's got a lot to work out right now.
We
she's
fade
going-
the black on.
She's going straight for
Man.
the belt.
Wait, am I missing the fucking?
May and Callus, we fade.
And
To
now it
black.
is a 6-fight.
Yeah. After a couple of minutes, hours, who really knows?
Roll stamina.
May and Callus, you are now laying in bed. The two of you, anything else you'd like to do in this night?
I mean, I've got stuff that I would like to do, but it feels weird now.
You told me to go first.
There's always
Anyway.
another night, buddy.
Anyway, Callus needs to go and pray.
Roll a performance.
Lord help
check.
me.
On his knees, yep. I
Still go to
understand.
sleep. Still go to sleep.
May
Yeah,
falls
yeah.
asleep.
May falls asleep. Callus gets up to go and have a conversation.
Callus, walk me through what you're doing.
Callus, sort of takes sort of a length of fabric, like bandages or whatever, makes a sort of circle on the ground, kneels down in it, and takes the cord from around his wrist and does the usual thing of using it to tie his hands together into a praying position. He breathes in and out and closes his eyes and tries to reach out to Ilmata.
Instead of our normal D100 roll, I would like you to please make me a concentration check, as if you were focusing on a spell. So D20 plus your Constitution modifier, please.
Six.
Okay.
That was a nat one.
Are you... What kind of room or space would you have looked for?
They're probably just on the floor of the bedroom.
Okay. As you're knelt praying, you can kind of look up and see a mirror mounted on the wall, your hands bound in red cord. And you see a reflection of yourself in that mirror. What do you say in your prayer?
I don't know if this is reaching the person I want, and I hope it is. I hope that this reaches you. You being the one who endures. I want thank you. I want to just talk to you, and I want to know why, out of everyone, why you chose to help me, and why I just I want to say thank you.
As you say and focus on these words, muttering them under your breath, your hands bound together, in the mirror you see the visage of yourself stand up and become separated from you. Reflecting back is your own form looking at you. Healed, fine, hands unbound, looking down towards you. Your mouth does not move when they speak, and you only hear it in your brain. It does not become audible to the point where it disrupts Malin's rest. I only guide to those who which need help. I only provide in which they need in their darkest moment. You needed not help of someone else, but yet needed faith in yourself. And if I am for which that vessel is, well then so be it. You look perplexed. Brother in arms, what can I do to ease thee mind?
I don't know. Uh, how can I help you?
Continue on your journey of self-improvement. Work on to be better than the man you were yesterday, and strive to be a better man tomorrow. Be humble to those who have less. Be not jealous of those who have more. Pick those struggling up from their feet, and bring the blessed back down to earth. Walk hand in hand with your wife, and live a life that makes any man proud. And do what you can not to fear what is to come. For what is to come is your destiny, and your destiny is but the path we walk.
I will do my best. Thank you.
It is not of best of which I can ask, just what you are capable of.
One more conversation I'd like to try and have.
Okay.
Callus unwraps his hands from the cord and takes this red velvet box with this dagger in it.
Mhm.
Opens it, looks at the dagger, focuses on it, and tries to speak to Lady O.
Roll me a set of D100s.
$39.
As you relieve your consciousness of your holy thoughts, you open your mind to more chaotic and nefarious energy. Nothing comes through. It's radio silent.
Callus closes the box and goes back off to bed.
All right, everyone take a long rest. As you guys wake up in the morning and slowly convene downstairs, May's the first one down, shortly followed after there by Callus, Eric. Balthazar trudges out of bed and gets downstairs, albeit in better shape than he was yesterday, but still looks like he's on a 3-day bender of fantasy cocaine. Eclipsa comes downstairs last. As you guys kind of look, hearing the footsteps come from behind you. This is particularly directed at May. The weight in her footsteps is lighter. than previous. It's not as heavy. You look at her, and all of you end up kind of started looking towards seeing where these footsteps are coming from. She's got no ice on her. Her skin is back to pure lavender.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I just woke up.
Have you had a look at yourself yet in, like, the mirror?
No.
Probably should. You muted.
You're muted, Mickey.
May reaches up and grabs her face and turns her head to the side.
She's not gonna fight it, but she's gonna be confused, like, what are you doing?
The ice is gone. How are
She's
you
gonna hold up her
feeling?
hand and just pull back the sleeve.
Your lavender pastel purple skin from fingertip to nape. You are normal. You can go ahead and remove the prince's gift from your character sheet.
Now you don't have to wear that armor anymore.
See, you didn't need to go into the desert and try and do all this stuff. You just needed a nice sleep. And it's gone.
At Lucian House.
I think there's a bit more to it than that, but
I've...
And she's gonna look really confused. She's like, it's gone. I feel fine.
that's good.
Balthazar leans to May and just goes, was it not supposed to be there? I thought it was.
Yeah,
No.
he never saw her without it, did he?
No one explained it either, so he just like, oh, okay.
Mind Link, Balthazar, Callus, Eclipsa, and Tarek. But just to Balthy. No, she used to look like this. Now it seems that she's traded it to Oscar.
You can do that. You can, like, pass it on. I heard of people who can pass on nasty things when they touch each other. Luckily, I'm fine, but I haven't gotten the
Yes,
ice
how
on
are
me.
your crabs? Have you been feeding them?
You know I don't like seafood, May. It's disgusting.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, back onto Eclipse's
Yeah.
new face.
Where's the Amada?
Right. That will probably need to be addressed at some point. Balthazar, do you recall that we had given you a semblance of a plan last night? How are you feeling this morning?
As good as I could be for a flump day.
Don't know what that means.
Or is it fleep?
Fleep.
Fleep day, am I right? Okay. It's fine.
You're supposed to be transporting us to New Azure this morning.
I can do that. Are we ready to go?
Is everyone ready to go?
I wanted to speak to Lucian real quick. But
Do you think that do you need us to all be there for that? Or just you?
No. I'll be
It's
fine.
actually Sombroth. Fleep was yesterday, but continue.
Fuck! I was actually kind of close. I don't look at the
So
calendar.
close.
Jeez.
Right.
The only day we know is Fleep.
Yeah, Lucian's not come down to join anyone yet.
Yeah.
It's like, I can stand on my own. I should be fine. But thank you. And she'll probably turn to go bother him.
Eclipsa leaves the room, wandering the halls of Lunar Point. The men are there. You pass page to page, doing their best work, carrying documents from room to room, and you just ask where to find Lucian.
Haven't I been to their room? I was teleported right outside it.
It's like midday. Boy hustles. He ain't in bed.
Fair.
Preparing to move on to the
Uh,
next city.
You see, as like Paige has like parcels in their hand. There's a few people bringing like trunks, traveling trunks, out of the room in which you're familiar with. You see Eleonora kind of hair, uh, tuft back and like a handkerchief kind of tied into it. She's directing people around. Paige lets you know that Lucian's in the study, and she kind of points down the hall to where you can find him. You make your way over and give a gentle rap on the door.
Come.
She'd open the door, walk in. Lucian, I wanted to
Yes.
speak with you a moment, if that's fine.
Of course, please. Take a seat.
She'll close the door behind her, but is Lucian sitting right now?
Well, I would guess he was probably poring over some documents, so he'll turn round and sit, and like there's another chair further towards the door. He'll just motion at that.
Okay, so that's when Lucian sits that she'll sit.
Mhm.
I want to ask, um, it's a little more than obvious that Maylin is very against stopping for anything.
I've noticed.
And Tarek wants to do it for money. And Callus's position.
Hmm.
If I'm right, Callus seemed uncertain or leaning towards May's position, wasn't he?
He was leaning towards May.
Yeah. And Callus seems to lean with May's position, which I do not blame him. However, in light of that, you are correct that when there's a war coming along with an end of the world, we can't just leave one or the other. Otherwise, in short, bad things happen. I still want to offer to go alone. In the case that they still choose not to stop by. It is a lot easier for one person to travel than it is a group.
I only have the
And
one
if it's
ship,
just stopping by,
so which they would be
then I can find
taking.
another way there.
Then you would miss what's going on down south. You'd miss everything because you wouldn't get there in time.
You can see about finding somebody else
I don't get your meaning.
to help with the effort. I used to travel and investigate places. I did meet some people along the way, and maybe one of them would be willing to come help out. I wouldn't give them all the information, but they at least have enough information to help.
Are you saying that you're leaving?
Do you want aid in making sure that your people are consolidated before I head over to the Jade Empire?
So to understand what you're saying, you're going to leave the party, go down and smooth things over, and then you're leaving for the Jade Empire entirely. not to return.
Correct.
And I see that you have changed your appearance and a change of heart all in one night. What's led to this? How did you get rid of this?
She'll kind of look at her hand and say, I focused on it, went to sleep, and when I woke up, it was gone.
Surprising you didn't try that before.
If this is what it took, then I quite am the moron for not trying it sooner.
Perhaps.
However, now Callus has the mark, so perhaps it wasn't actually going away, but rather it just transferred.
So you've transferred your blight to Callus and are now abandoning it for the Empire while it gears for war.
You say that like I did it on purpose.
I don't
When you
know.
picked up the dagger, it showed up.
Eclipse, if you are planning on leaving us, that is a shame. And if you are going to return to the Empire indefinitely to try and smooth things out, then that's fine. However, I cannot have you acting on my behalf if you were not to stay within my counsel, so don't worry about going to Wainstorm. If they decide not to go, I will go myself. But, it's been nice
Well,
to know
good
you.
luck being there at the end then.
Yes. And, take care, I guess.
I suppose so.
If you wanted to forward anything on about a replacement, speak to May. She'll be more hands-on with it. You may see yourself out.
Just as Eclipse goes for the door, Alenora opens the door. Sorry, I hope I didn't interrupt anything. I came to get that book, the Ledger of Crystal Point. I just want to go over the names. Eclipse dear, what time are you guys leaving? In the next couple of hours, probably?
Yes.
Well, safe journeys, good luck. We'll see you guys when you get back.
Probably not myself, but at least the others.
Oh, well, shame to hear that. Anyways, dear, can you pass me that ledger?
Of course.
Safe travels on wherever you go, Eclipse. Good luck.
Thank you, Eleanor. Good luck to you as well.
Alenora looks at Lucian, looks at Eclipse, looks at Lucian, looks at Eclipse. Can't say I'm surprised. Didn't see her staying much.
No. Surprised, no.
Are you,
Disheartened, yes.
are you still avoiding that man from the Empire over?
No. He can stay. It can all stay.
What a shame. I was excited to have someone new around to keep people in their places, but it's fine. We will just continue with who we have.
I'll get you someone better.
I look forward to it. Back in the drawing room, the Balthazar, Malin, Callus, Tarek combo are there. Are the 4 of you, 5 of you, 4 of you doing anything?
Balthazar's just getting his shit ready.
Eating breakfast.
Yep.
All the charcoal croissants, all the cheese.
Big sausage.
I'm
May's
sure
got-
you would.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, has the mark on Callus changed at all?
I'm glad you asked. as you look down at your hand where that circle of icy white skin or icy white composite was, it is gone.
Mm.
You are a fleshy, simple human. Human. Simpleton human. Nothing interesting about you. You, for the first time in your life, are just a simple man. Nothing extraordinary. Nothing disgusting. You look absolutely normal.
Continuing.
May has the map out
Okay.
that Lucian gave us, and she is just full on like war planning, like intense focus on.
Oh.
She might have like a 2/3 of a croissant to the side that she like took one bite out of and then forgot about, and just trying to figure out how they're going to get this all done.
Okay. Eclipsa walks in the room at this point, and the five of you are looming over this map together, I suppose. What's your plan?
Did you work everything out with Lucian?
In a way, yes. However, I can still accompany you to Crystal Point, but past that, I won't be.
Is that what Lucian decided?
He decided he didn't want me acting on his behalf, but no.
So
I'm
you're
going home.
choosing to go now.
Two down.
Now. Eclipse, you're choosing to go now.
Yes.
I can understand having to go, but I must say that the two of you have very bad timing.
I'll at least send out letters to try and find somebody that can help. After all, I've met people on my travels before I came to you guys. Maybe I'll find somebody. Maybe somebody will happen to find you.
And just maybe they'll have a necklace that goes directly to a ritual that we're trying to stop. Eclipse, this is terrible news.
Out of everybody I find capable, I find you and Callus and Tarek the most capable.
Balthazar halfway through drawing a chalk teleportation circle on the floor, just ouch.
Who am I to you?
Don't
The
you give me that-
entire continent of Nova Zemlya freezes in confusion as someone calls Tarek competent. Continue.
I'm competent, but can you trust him? That's another thing.
You should come to New Azur and collect your things from the House of Light, I suppose. And she just goes back to doing her work.
She doesn't have anything else to say.
I suppose we should probably head out as soon as we can. Clock's ticking after all.
Yeah, so what's the plan? We go back to New Azure, we have like good time, and then move on from there.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Okay, if you're ready to go, and he's like almost finished up this circle. Just needs everyone to get in it.
Are we
Megos.
using? Yeah, we're using that.
Mhm.
Let's have a party, boys.
Okay.
Insert music here.
If you haven't
Tarek
used,
gets naked for everybody.
Not
It's
again.
fine.
Have you ever seen a naked?
You cut
He
out.
cut out.
I'm glad. I'm glad he cut out.
I'm kind of.
I was so curious.
You just
where we were
started.
going.
Have you ever seen it naked and then your mouth was moving but no sound was coming
I
out?
think you said
So
dragon.
I can fill in the blank anywhere there.
Meme it in the comments.
Dragon.
Yeah,
Naked
dragon.
dragon.
It's like a
They're
naked
always
rat.
dragons are always naked. Forehead. They don't wear clothes.
But a human dragon. A dragon born naked.
Oh right, yeah.
All right. Balthazar, as you finish drawing these final glyphs on the ground, you guys all watch as they counterclockwise begin to light up with this deep red fawning to gold as they go circling around. You see Balthazar holding this final nub of chalk, waiting to connect one final stroke in this circle.
Hold on to your butts as he goes to go finish it off, and you see Lucian in the doorway just watching you go. And then crackling energy from his tattoos in his arm, pushing down through the chalk into the circle. Everything just starts spinning, and sort of like when you see people fucking apparate in Harry Potter, they just sort of fold into themselves and poof, gone.
You guys end up in the war room of the House of Light. You kind of crash down onto this circle, and it's been a minute since you guys have really like been in the war room at the house. It was more like Lucian's area to deal with more than you guys. Carved under this rug, you can kind of see it glowing through this deep purple and red paisley carpet, are the same arcane markings that Balthazar had drawn at the Lightless Manor in Lunar Point. You guys look around, everything looks normal. You are back in New Azure, congratulations.
Balthazar,
Yes,
did you do
thanks.
this, or do I owe somebody a lot of money for their speedy completion of a project?
Yes and yes.
Insight check.
Guidance.
I rolled an 18.
Spark of genius.
Plus
Flash
genius.
of genius.
Plus 4 is 22, plus a d4 for guidance,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Where'd my d4 go? There it is. 24 for insight.
He's lying out his teeth. He doesn't know where this circle came from.
I was going to say, Tay, wait, am I lying? I don't remember if I made this or not.
No.
Where did this come from?
You look under the carpet and you see, just like stitched in fine black thread, for the oh shit moments. XO and then an A.
Okay, fine, I didn't do it, I can't. Anyway,
You can't lie to me. You know that.
but
You're bad at it.
and yet I must try. Like, wait, hang on, what would you have? 24. Not bad.
That's a tie. Tie goes to the defender. Who's the defender in this situation?
I mean, I think it would be Balthazar because you're accused
The
of
one
lying.
being attacked.
Yeah.
Who's the defender?
Yeah, but you didn't believe him anyway, even if the insight check failed.
It's very true. It's very true. And then, like, during the fucking Western style stare off. He can't hold it. And he was like, no.
As you guys are like upstairs, like clanging around, talking, the rapid pattering
Yeah, May's
comes
going for
approaching the
Rosa.
door as the door busts open and you see there holding two daggers like this, a huffing and puffing Rosa. Hands up! Oh, it's you.
Hello, sweets.
She stabs the daggers into the pillow of a nearby chair and puts her hands on her little goblin hips and looks at the five of you. We have a front door, you know.
We were coming from further away than the front door. I
And announce
apologize
yourself so I don't do this. She pulls
We-
the daggers up.
We were nearly at announcing. We had just fallen through the sky.
She sleeves her daggers
My apologies.
and runs and tackles your knee for a hug and hugs your kneecap.
Hello.
Welcome home.
How is everything? We got your
Not
letters. Thank
good.
you so much for forwarding them along.
I'm glad that's my job. I did well. I'm also happy to report no mailmen have been harmed. It's been 32 days since our last incident. I have not used the ballista Mr. Haragash put on the roof. I've been avoiding it. I've seen them
Oh, he
approach the
finished
lawn.
it, did he?
He did, and oh boy, is it snazzy Char's kiss. I did not mount it as much as I wanted to. Gerald stepped off the path a few times, but I didn't fire. I showed self-restraint, and I think that's worthy of a raise. And she stands up and straightens herself out.
May drops one of the 2,000 gold necklaces into her hands and says, "Do you think that should cover it for a little while?"
Yes. Yes, it does. And she like opens it out and pulls out this like heart of the ocean Titanic style necklace and puts it around her little goblin neck and immediately like leans forward because it's so heavy she can't balance herself up. And she's like,
Balthazar is
It looks-
aghast.
I'm glad to announce, like I said, Gerald's still alive.
As long as you continue to keep mailmen alive and the other service industry professionals who may tend to the needs
all
of this
here.
household.
I
will-
almost shot Seth. He brought his fucking dog with him, and he peed on my petunias.
That is
He
a seeing
almost
eye
got
dog.
it.
He is blind.
Then he shouldn't pee on my petunias. Working dogs know better. Train the mutt. Anyways, I've got no food here for you because I didn't know you were coming. I am a failure. I'm so sorry I let you down, Malin.
Well, now that you've just been paid, I trust that you will be able to afford the proper accoutrement that may come with our arrival, and I apologize for the short notice.
I will do my best, Madam Malin. Oh, also, Fox is requesting your presence.
Thank you. Yes, I got her letter.
She sent you a letter? She doesn't
Mhm.
send me letters. Unless that's
She
that
sent-
thing on the... Unless that's thing
She
on the
sent
table.
something in the letter that I got from her. I don't have it anymore, but it said say hello to Rosa for me. So hello.
Maybe that's what this is. I don't read. And she shows you a scroll from Zoya basically saying hello to Rosa. But Rosa doesn't know how to read, so she's just holding it up.
I read it out loud to her.
Rosa's eyes swell 5 sizes and little droplets of water begin streaming down her cheek. She really does miss me.
Maybe when I'm there, I'll put you on the send and stone to her. All right.
I could ask her how her day is doing. And how
Right,
her
we have
day's
business to
doing.
attend to,
Okay, I'm sorry.
But for certain, if there's time, we're on a bit of a deadline. So if you could stock the house for me as quickly as possible, that would be excellent.
Consider it stocked. I will anything specific. And she looks at all 5 of you. Do you guys need anything?
She looks at
Alcohol.
Balthazar. Yeah.
And gold.
I,
It's all I need is alcohol
will.
and gold.
She pulls out a little flask that's taped under the side of the table and slams it down and slides it across to you.
Is the child
Smoke
allowed to
from
purchase
Nadra.
alcohol?
You've already paid for
She's not a
yourself.
child.
Right.
I'm a fully grown woman, thank you very much.
Right.
Goblins reach
Alice, why are
maturity
you so suspicious
6
of
years
me?
old.
She like climbs up on the table, pushes herself up onto a chair and pushes herself onto a table and looks to Callus and like lifts her head up and looks in his eyes. Why don't you trust me? I just want to be your friend.
Because of stuff like that.
You wanting to be your friend?
No, you.
Oh, look what you did.
If you don't want to be my friend, you can just tell me. It's okay.
He's my husband, Rosa. If he's my friend, he's yours.
That's the one.
Wait,
I'm
you
not
guys
good
are
at
married?
words.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't had a party yet. It's goblin
don't.
tradition.
We don't have time.
Tell you
Not
what,
gonna-
prepare as if we were going to have a party, but we are not going to have a party. But you are welcome to invite whomever to a party in the garden, not inside the house.
Excellent. I know just the guy. Plural. Multiples of them.
Great.
It will be a theme. We'll have a Dendorian luau.
Right, we're going to need the war room for a little while.
I believe I know my spot. And Rosa
Thank you,
like
sweet.
salutes and jumps off the table, looks at Callus, and like tries to go for a fist bump but can't quite reach his fist, so she just punches him in the kneecap and walks out.
Oh, fuck.
She like closes the door behind her, and you just hear like walking downstairs. Hi ho, it's off to the bakery I go to get them croissants and not the butts. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. And she's gone.
Are you sure that she is a fully grown adult?
No.
Okay.
Wow. I thought that I was eccentric, but geez. Okay.
I
She's
think
funny.
that she's perfect.
She's funny.
Mm-hmm. That's our head of household, Rosa, by the way.
Okay. Do you
Don't step
think...
on her flowers.
Do I get to stay here a
No.
little bit with you guys?
You can have Lucian's room. He's not going to be using it.
Interesting. Okay.
Pretty sure it's the nicest out of all of our rooms as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure the Cardinal won't mind. Don't tell him, but yes.
I'm going to draw so many pictures.
Of dicks? Just dicks all over the walls.
No, pictures of Balthazar sleeping in Lucian's bed.
Oh, yes, you'll
Because
watch
we-
Balfi sleep and then send
Because
it to
we don't have cameras to take pictures.
I get you. I'm understanding now. I'm following.
Cool. Because I have a friend
so
who's
making
here.
a list. Great. I'm glad to hear it. We have a list of things that we need to take care of. First order of business. The necklace is here.
Okay.
I want that first.
At least it should be here.
Okay. Can
According
I
to Thaben's letter.
use your servant girl to go and buy me some things that I need so that I'm not wasting my time running around the market? Yes?
Yes, I just paid her a fuckload of money. I would hope so.
Perfect. Excellent. Okay. What else do we need to do?
So, necklace is one. I need to go speak with the Dunes. That's something. And I had an idea that I wanted to run by you all. I'm planning on purchasing the rose.
On what?
What kind of place is the Rose?
It's a high-end bar and brothel.
I think that is a sound idea, Malin. I've always known you to be the smart one.
Why are we buying
And
it?
I'm
Sorry?
planning to move the dunes in.
To move the dunes in.
Mhm.
Can we?
What the fuck?
We can trust them, right?
I trust Zoya,
You want
but
to buy
I
a
did receive
high-end
2
bar
fingers.
and give it to somebody else?
Yes.
Oh, May. Oh, May. I always know you were this slow. No, that is not what you do with a high-end bar. Okay, you keep it, you run it.
You want me to stay here and run a bar,
No, you hire someone to do it, but not like
such as the dunes.
not like a gang of random thieves. You know, then where will your profits go? You haven't thought this through. It's like having mice guard your cheese factory.
The profits are not what I need, it's the information contained within. Profits are a bonus.
Hmm. Okay.
My currency is gossip. And that's where gossip happens.
It's true. But don't they have like a place already? Can't we just get someone there to just feed us gossip? Why do they have to be in the nice place that we are buying for us?
Because a very powerful figure has moved out of the Rose. We assume. There's a void to be filled. I intend to fill it. In addition, the Cloaked Rabbit is where Mateo was holing up, is where Augusta infiltrated the dunes. It's a known
Oh,
location.
the bad is burnt. Okay, I got you. I got you. I need to catch up on some of this stuff. Who was the guy who owned it before?
The ban,
I don't know.
right?
It's the ban.
Theben did not own it.
Oh, it was just a regular
shit.
patron.
Because if it was him, I could just pretend to be him and be like, "Oh, Maylin, I'm selling you my nice place for 1 whole gold piece. Very nice." Because that would have been a good deal. But no.
I may still need you. I'm intending to bring the necklace to inform of the change in hands that has occurred.
Okay, I can be there.
But I didn't want to make any major moves without your opinions.
You had me at high-end brothel.
I figured you'd be on board. Oscar,
You know I'm with you.
do you think it's a good idea? You're allowed to tell me if it's not.
It's an idea.
Okay. What are your concerns?
Nothing major. It'll be fine. I'm still just not sure about the dunes, really, but I know that you say that you trust them. I trust you.
Keep your friends close. Tarek? I'm sure you were listening to that entire exchange. What do you think?
Just say yes.
Yes. I was listening, but not listening. Like, so I don't know what is the debate, but I know it was Malin against Baltazar, I think, or Callis. I don't know.
Malin is asking if everybody thinks it's a good idea if she goes and purchases the rose, the bar.
Yeah, why not? Like, free drink.
No.
He's Balthazar.
Okay, so there's the necklace. 2 is restock Balthazar. What else is there on the list of things that we need to get done while we're here? I checked in with Rosa, so that's my thing done here. Dunes. Buy a bar.
We should totally buy a bar.
I mean, we've got the little one going out and buying some supplies.
We should give her a list.
Well, how about this? This is the sending stone to her. You may borrow it to give her what you need. And then I
Okay.
expect it back by the end of the day today.
How smart is she? Is she like, yeah, is she like,
I would be descriptive and speak slowly with good enunciation.
See, this is what I need to know. A lot of this stuff is crazy sort of magic shit, so she brings me back like a bell pepper. It's not going to work.
Well, worst case scenario, you can let her know that she should have you speak with the curator of the goods directly. There is the stone between you, after all.
Smart.
Was there anything else that we need to do here? I don't remember. I don't think so.
If you're going to go to the dunes, which is at the Cloaked Rabbit, I may come with you, but I'm going to go find someone else who is also there.
Okay. I'm sure we could all go. I'd appreciate your opinion on how that conversation goes. So you all are aware, now that we're in our home, apparently Zoya has sent me a couple of presents.
Ooh.
Did this, Tay, can you tell me can you confirm that this came with the letter or was this separate?
The box?
Yeah.
The box is not from Zoya.
Box is not from Zoya.
What's in the box?
Just the
Okay.
letter is.
What's in the box?
The box.
What's in the box?
And she will actually pop it out. Where's Eclipsa right now?
Standing quietly was never asked an opinion, so she's there.
So May slams this box on the table right by where Eclipse is standing and takes the lid off. Do you recognize anything in there?
They don't know what's in it.
Yeah,
I
what's
was
in,
waiting for you to describe it, Tay.
what's in the
Mm,
box?
you're the DM.
You want to
Above
describe
me.
it?
Okay,
On the
so
box.
it's a little box about.
Greyjoy's severed cock.
Yes, actually, it is.
Kind of.
Actually, you're not far off. That's the thing.
Fuck off. It's a penis.
In the box
It's a lesbian penis.
is a
Certain frog.
Meat-free penis.
is a piece of parchment, and it's blood-stained on one side. And in thick, bold, black, dripped ink letters, it says "The Iris Blooms." Underneath that is 2 fingers severed from their bodies. One is deep green, kind of an olive color with like a almost rotting yellow nail. And the other is a bright red, similar to Balthazar's skin color, actually, with a long, pointed, well-manicured black nail.
Oh no.
Would Eclipse even recognize it?
You're not stupid. Of course she does.
Okay. It's debatable sometimes.
One of them fingers belong to old mate Sneasel.
Assumed so.
Eclipse's face has gone like stone cold. Kind of like that cold, quiet pissed, if that makes sense. I thought you said he
So
was safe.
May I thought that you were going to be cleaning out your room. Or did you suddenly become more invested?
Malin.
I'm going to be checking up on whether or not Henry still has the child. I'm going to be arranging Henry's removal and movement away from the dynasty, which is apparently in danger of war. And she
Are you
looks right at
capable of doing
Eclipsa.
that?
Well, Callus, Tarek, and I are the most capable, aren't we? So certainly we should have no trouble whatsoever.
I just
Yeah.
teleported everyone
I'm looking at
across
the
the
box.
world.
You are definitely doing a wonderful job of making sure you keep people safe. And she'll go to leave the room.
Yeah, she'll let her.
Okay, I can't stand the tension. Whose fingers are those?
That's her former lover, and that's my former employer.
Dibs.
Thank God.
Iris is the person who took out a bounty on Eclipse's head. I had paid this one, and she holds up the red finger. I had paid this one to take care of that for me. And in exchange, I was going to protect his son. His son is here, and I need to check up that he is still here. Lucian was aware of this as well and had announced that Iris was an enemy of the throne and was offering a mighty high bounty for her.
I remember seeing the bounty poster. Okay, maybe we find her, we get some money, and then we spend it on our own. I'm getting ahead of myself. Fingers is bad then, yeah?
I don't really mind about the one, but this one concerns me.
Okay. Add that to the list of things we need to check while we're here.
Yes. You said that you could scry on Thaben. Could you also scry on... This person's name is also Xander. Xander and or Sneasel.
I can do it on anyone, I believe. Having something that they own, like a finger, will make it easier for me to do it. I just need the little one to go and get me what I need so that I can do it.
Why don't you talk to her then? I imagine that would be pressing.
Yeah, I have a list, and I'll head out the room and try and find Rosa and get her to go get me some shit.
Okay. Rosa is at the bottom of the stairs. She is literally getting her little black cloak on, tying it up across the nape of the neck. And then you go, and it's one rabbit over the hill and one up the hole. Pull it tight, pull it tight. Beep, 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 beep. And she's like singing to herself.
Hey, little girl, hello. That didn't sound right.
I'm not little.
Sorry, big girl. May has asked me
Are you
to...
calling me fat?
No. Oh, okay. Okay, let's start again. My name is Balthazar. I am the new person who lives here. Hello, nice to meet you. You work...
Balthazar.
Yes.
Why does that name sound familiar?
Have you been
From
to...
the top of the stairs, May goes, because I told you who he is.
That too! But somebody was here looking for you.
Really?
Yeah.
What were they like?
They were there. They were actually there. I saw them with my own two eyes. They had long flowing hair and they wore glitter. And they had a lot of suitcases. I told them to put them on your bed. By your bed, I mean Lucian's bed. They said they were gonna make themselves at home, so they pulled out a tiger skin rug. I hope that's okay.
Okay, that narrows it down to like 4 different people, so I'm going to try and figure out who it is. Oh no, I already know, it's fine.
Good luck.
While you're here, I need you to, and he takes out like a bit of parchment and quickly writes out what he needs. I need you to go to like a nice special magical store where they sell magical stuff, and I need these things specifically. If you get confused, May says that you have a sending stone to her. Put the guy on the stone, and I will describe what we need. Okay?
Fine. But you owe me.
Of course. And when we
So
get...
this is what you're gonna do for me.
Oh, okay. I was
And
going
she
to
pulls out a dagger.
suggest something, but okay. Go straight to the
No.
threats, right?
I'm gonna tell him it's not a threat.
Okay.
It's just some encouragement.
Feels like it.
There's this mailman named Seth.
Okay.
His dog peed on my petunias.
He's blind.
Okay.
You need to find him and bring me his ear.
Seth's ear or the dogs? Or both?
Both.
Both. Okay. I will add that to
Do
the
you
list.
understand?
I understand. But if Malin needs me to leave very quickly, I can't hunt for Seth and his crazy one-eyed dog.
Listen here, Althazar, if that's even your real name.
It's not.
This dagger looks kneecap size. And she just like taps this flat side of the blade against your knee. It would fit in there real good.
Okay.
I expect those ears on my bed in the morning. And she sleuths her dagger and walks out the front door.
What kind of staff have you hired in this place? Okay.
The best.
Head back to them.
Althazar comes upstairs. Maybe a little sweatier than before.
Did Rosa ask you to get ears again?
Like, what do you do if you, say, order a coffee for the morning? Do you have to paint toes? I don't understand. Just so you give
me the
her
sending
money.
stone.
Like,
Give me the sending
give
stone.
her the stone.
Do you want your raise or not?
Does Seth deserve to hear it or not? The answer's no. But yes, fine. Just the dog's ear will do.
No.
But May!
No. No harm comes to the service people, petunias or no. You can buy new petunias with your beautiful raise.
May, fine. She shoves the stone in her pocket. You see out the war room window, she's just like walking, muttering down the sidewalk, and you see her going like this.
And she gives the sending stone back to Balthazar, just in case you need to speak with the shopkeep.
Alright, what's your guys' plan?
Shall we to the cloaked rabbit first?
Lead the way.
Alright. Making your way to the cloaked rabbit. Oh. What?
Eclipse is going to
Right,
market
Eclipse is not there.
for her own reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of just told her to leave, May, so.
She was already leaving. She was like, I'm getting my shit going.
Yeah, but no, she was going to help. She never said she was leaving immediately. She said she would accompany you, and then once y'all done
And
there,
then
she'd
leave.
leave. Yeah.
She'd accompany
But-
us and then leave. That's go to the place and then leave.
Yeah,
She
that's
was
what
going
I
to help
thought.
with the necklace, but
As you guys are getting ready to go, you head down the stairs, and the house is in great condition. It's as is always. You all exit the door, and make your way to the Cloaked Rabbit. It is on the further side of New Azure. Past a few other businesses you'd recognize. You know, the Twisted Lace. You see the castle. It's a wild time to go down memory lane, remembering where you all killed a shopkeep together.
Only one of
You
us killed the
know.
shopkeep.
And she's not here. Well,
Some of you covered up
She
for
is there.
her.
Kind of, yeah.
You know, shopkeep. But you make your way down the tight alleyways through the cobblestone paths to the Cloaked Rabbit. This 3-story building is still in good shape. The wood wall still immaculate. The whitewashed brick standing tall and proud. The double doors still in great condition. The hanging Cloaked Rabbit sign is a little worse for wear. It looks like it was graffitied over and then scrubbed a little bit. Walking inside, all of you see a human woman, cropped, deep blue, like navy blue hair, tattoo on the side of her face, wearing very simple garb. The place is pretty empty right now. There's only about 2 or 3 tables full. The back half of the building, you see the set of stairs going up, and then you see a 6'4", half orcish man in half plate, kind of standing at the door, holding a halberd in like between his hands, kind of tossing the handle back side to side, tip to the ground. It's not very busy in here today.
Morning. We're expected. And she starts taking off her bow because she's going to put it in the...
Who is expecting you?
the fox.
Right. The gentleman in the back can help you.
Oh, I was going to the orc. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. He looks at you all and goes, all 4 of you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. He opens the door and you see 2 humanoid twins. One girl, one boy, kind of standing at the top of the stairs. Chest puffs out on the boy. He looks you all up and down as the girl has her hands out like this, with like a little tray on it. All right.
Takes off her bow, takes off her quiver.
You all know the deal. Weapons off, and sending stones on the tray. Apologize in advance. New precaution.
Oh, that's good. I don't have any weapon.
I think you muted Chris. Couldn't hear you.
Sorry. Thomas killed me there. You mean like all
Why?
my...
Can you come and get us if one of them rings?
Yes.
Yes, I'm expecting a call from a short girl who's doing some shopping for me, and if she gets it wrong,
It's
may...
Rosa. They
Yeah.
know Rosa.
Yeah.
Yes.
Balthazar.
And
Rosa's
I
off doing errands.
apologize.
If you hear Rosa's voice, please get us.
Yes. She puts the tray of setting stones down. And I apologize. I'm about to get handsy. Arms spread! And she like gets up and starts giving you guys little pat downs.
Oh,
Is
I'm starting to
anybody
like
trying-
it now.
Is anybody trying to conceal any weapons and not give them up?
No, but when you see Balthazar taking
no.
his stuff off, he takes off his rapier and puts it down, and then he's pulling like 4 different daggers from random bits, like uncomfortable looking bits.
I'm pulling out 1 dagger.
What about Callus?
Alice doesn't need weapons.
Bet.
I'm
Callus
keeping
is
my
a weapon.
book though. It's a book.
Pat you down. You guys seem safe. Down the stairs, she's at her table.
May heads down.
Yep.
You guys head downstairs. And the basement is much busier. Almost all of the tables are full of people. The 4 platforms around the top are all armed with individuals holding heavy crossbows. At the head of the table, or head of the room rather, is a familiar long table that normally has 3 chairs. Now it only has 1. Zoya is sat at the middle chair, and on the table, curled up, wrapped into itself, is a familiar snow white colored fox. And upon you guys approaching, the fox's ears like almost perk up instinctually, and it starts stretching out and kneading little biscuits as it pops itself back up, like swerves its body in an S formation to sit and look at you guys. You see Zoya's posture straighten up. Long time no see, friends. It's been a minute.
How are you feeling, Zoya?
Tight. We've cleaned down the forces of this branch, but that's what happens when rules are broken, words are lied, and people who don't belong make their way within our walls.
I more
you
meant
all?
the effects of the blood honey.
I'm okay. I will survive. Hopefully. And how about you lot? Anything new to report? Are you okay? Are you all whole? You're missing a face, 2 faces that I know.
One has a kingdom to run and the other has a tantrum to fulfill.
I don't think Eclipsa ever actually saw Zoya.
I think she did
I think
twice.
she did.
She looks
No,
around
she
and
didn't.
goes,
Yeah, because Eclipsa was in the Empire when we came back. She met us in the north of the
When we
dynasty.
came down and had that fight about the book, wasn't she there?
No, I think that was Harry
No.
and Tarek. Yeah.
Well, Tarek came in. You weren't there when we met Tarek?
No. She was
No.
in the Empire.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, Close has never seen Zoya. Vali has seen
Okay.
Zoya.
how have things been for you folk?
Oh, preventing the end of the world. Nothing too drastic. I got your letter. There's something apparently we needed to know. I wanted to get to you. You're the first person I came to see.
Rumor has it that there are forces leaving the Jade Empire to make their way west to the ancient Commonwealth. I can't speak to what that motion is for, but they never leave their territory for long. So I
Is
thought
the
it'd be
Commonwealth
worth mentioning.
receptive to their entry?
Haven't heard yet. It doesn't seem like they've breached the stockade as of now. But they're more than likely close. I have a friend who works guard at the stockade, and her liege, Trinity, has made her way herself to the gates, which is often unheard of. She almost never leaves the city. So it's substantial at most.
Is there a chapter of the Dunes in the Commonwealth?
We've got 2, yes. One in Nantra, and we have a few sprouted members across. We have 2 people in Borden Pass guarding the ruins, but and then we've got a couple members in Dakosa.
Any in Lorton's Pass? Stop. Lorton, stop.
Lorton Stop, yes, we have a very small chapter, but they're mostly topside work. They do genuine trade of good.
I might ask you for a name, a contact there. But straight to business if you don't mind to run a bit of a time crunch.
I welcome business always.
There may just be a change of hands at the Navy Rose.
Interesting.
Seeing as this location has been compromised, I was wondering if you might relocate.
Make a persuasion check.
My God. 24. Math.
We could probably be convinced.
Nothing has been made official yet. You again are the first people I'm speaking to since I got here. I don't plan on being around to collect the information and the funds and do the day-to-day. I need someone here to do that for me. Someone I trust.
Okay. And you trust me.
You haven't lied to us yet?
Fair point. Okay. I
Would you
accept
be
this deal.
interested in taking up a new base of operations, a new front?
Under the Dunes moniker, are you looking for us to rebrand entirely?
That may be another discussion, but I am rebranding, yes.
I look forward to hearing what you have to say. Are you in town for a few days yet?
Maybe. I'm not 100% sure. I have coffee! Thank you.
What a good man.
Smooch.
Look at all these wonderful people in our lives bringing us caffeine. Good people.
Wow. Okay. Thanks.
I wish I had
I'm
coffee.
feeling lonely as fuck now.
I'm feeling targeted. God, Thomas,
all
come
of
make me
you,
a fucking
all of
coffee.
you just need husbands. Get on husbands.
Or
Chris
very
wanna be my
coincidentally-
husband?
It's gonna happen, isn't it? At some point, it's gonna happen.
Would Chris
I wish
wanna
I
be
had
my
a
husband?
Buck says,
What?
Ayo, send me your address. I will get
my
coffee on your
spouse
step.
just said, tell them I'm available for a reasonable offer.
A reasonable offer. The smell
Buck's
of Yorkshire
offering
air.
to send coffee to your doors. Buck
Come
says
live
just
in
DM your
Quebec.
address. Coffee will show up on your door.
Come live in Canada.
Canada,
No.
yes. Quebec,
come to
no.
Canada.
Yeah, exactly.
Alberta, just further west. We're basically Texas. You had a good time there.
I did,
Come
I
on
did.
over.
It
I
is.
digress. I digress. I'm sorry. Yeah.
We're in town for a few days.
We'll be here only until the moment that we have to be. We have to be in our next destination by the 18th of Redfall, so we have quite a bit of work to do before then.
Are you back in town for the coronation?
I thought that was happening in the Republic.
Some events here, some events there. My dad, bless his socks, he's hand carving. Hundreds of little Lucians to sell on the street.
How is he?
He's having a great time.
How is Lucian Jr.?
Lucian Jr. is doing well. He took his first steps last week. Dad is loving being a dad again. He tells people he's my kin, which is concerning because we look clearly nothing alike.
Oh, adoption
but
is
you
a
know.
perfectly valid way to grow a family.
He's telling him he's from a lost lover. Dad's lost it, but it's fine.
As long as the child is safe. That's another one of the reasons why I wanted you to move. I would also like to move the child. Not from his care, but to a less conspicuous location.
Yes, well, Lorraine's is watched by everybody now, that they know my dad is the owner. So I would appreciate being moved.
Yes. I received the boy's father's finger in a box today.
Come again.
I received the boy's father's finger in a box today.
Yes, I gathered. That's
Are you familiar?
alarming.
Are you familiar with one of our profession named Iris out of Rotund?
Her face kind of looks sour. I wouldn't quite say she's in our realm of skill. She's less so, but yes, I know who she is.
I want her head in a box. If you get it to me,
Lovely.
there's quite a reward.
I'm not particularly in the game for that, but perhaps your friend
Information
Tarek
that
knows
might lead to it.
somebody. And she turns to look for Tarek, who is nowhere to be seen.
Perfect.
On a nearby table, there is a stack of 5 letters, though. But no Tarek.
Hmm?
Damn it, Derek.
Damn it.
Perhaps I can find
Was
somebody
there
for you.
before?
I didn't place them there, so can't speak
This
to what
son
this
of a
rowdy lot
bitch!
does.
And she just stops over.
What the fuck?
Wait, is he writing letters or is he reading letters? I'm confused.
He's.
There's a stack of letters.
I think he's.
Thomas,
written
who are
his
the letters addressed to?
What?
I wasn't
Who are the
listening.
letters
I was
Who are
listening,
the-
but I didn't understand the sentence.
Who are the letters addressed to? Like, who's their letter for?
One for Marion, one for Balthazar, one for Callus. And is Eclipsia with us?
No,
She's
but
not there,
Did you
no.
leave the 5 letters?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's
So
one
one
for
for
Eclipse, and
everybody,
who's the other
basically.
one? Lucian?
Yeah. And there is your name on it. Everyone has his name.
May just goes and rips open her letter right there in front of Zoya.
Does it say Thomas?
So it is written, I know you don't trust me, but I'm reading this letter to let you know that I have an important family matters, so I will need to. I need to leave. If you ever need help, you can come to Nantra. I would gladly help you. But
And after May's finished reading that letter, she closes it up and she looks at Zoya and says, Iris's head in the box and Tarek for questioning.
What do you mean
And
Tarek
there's
for questioning? Wasn't he just here?
Oh, is there more? Is there more? Sorry.
and in the letter there was a little ring.
A
What does
ring?
the ring look like?
Ring and I need to pull up my document.
We can circle back to it later. Don't worry.
So,
Is the letter basically the same for everybody?
almost, but it changed a little bit. Like Carlos has trust you with the protection of the group, I guess. You're as competent as me, but yeah. So it is a ring with an emerald on it. Looks like that. I sent it in the chat.
What does Balthazar say?
Once for each.
Get drunk.
Nice ass. See ya.
That's what I'm fishing for.
Nice ass, nice magic. See you later.
Nice ass, nice
I
magic.
thought it was going to be like, you were the
Game
only one who saw
deception.
the real me, because he was invisible all the time.
I see your true colors.
You're the only one to know who I really am.
Missy bestie. Okay.
And there is a little note attached to the ring. If you come in non-threat, just show the ring, and you will be more than welcome. And that's it.
Okay. So, Zoya, looking at the lot of you, kind of cracks her neck. All right. I see what I can do about half of that. As for Tarek, I will see what I can inquire.
And she leaves her letter from Tarek. Takes the ring. Leaves her letter from Tarek for Zoya. Says, I'll let you know as soon as I know what's going on with the tavern.
Sounds good to me.
Balthazar will take the letter from Tarek to Lucian and just pop it in his pocket so that he can relay that at some point. I was going to ask to Zoya, do you guys have anybody in the Empire, like a little club? No? Yes?
Yes, we have a few people within the city of the Jade Empire. And then we have friends in Yuzenkoi.
Okay, do you do smuggling out of the Empire?
Occasionally.
Okay, because I just found out that I have 2 children who live there, and I would like them to not be there anymore.
Yes, yeah, we can arrange that. Yes. Give any information you have to Rosa, and I will have her bring it to me. If that's alright with Malin. I sometimes forget she's not mine anymore.
Oh yeah, okay, I'll bring her an extra ear as well, because otherwise she won't do it.
She's
We're trying
moved
to
on
break her of
ears.
the ear collection habit.
I broke her from eyeballs. Ears is an improvement.
What did she even do with all the ears?
You haven't seen the necklace she wears.
No, I don't
Oh
want to.
boy. At least she's not wearing the eyeball earrings anymore. They were terrifying.
Right.
Some of them still had the retinas attached. It was awful. All right. For the sake of slowly wrapping up today's session, we will say before you lot head to the Navy Rose, you make a stop off at the House of Light, where you conveniently bump into Eclipsa.
Still think they should have been called the Crab Shack. Anyway.
It is the Crab Shack. We're just not allowed to call it that in front of Eleonora.
Yes.
Right.
It's like, hey, here's this nice big beautiful house that I've gifted you. It's like, oh, it's a crap shack.
She doesn't get the endearment behind the crap shack.
Wow, okay.
Eclipse is walking out of the House of Light, bags in hand, trunk pulled behind her.
Does she even have enough stuff for that?
You have like some stuff. You've been here long enough. Said how big the bags were.
Not very big. She probably stop, look at the party, say, good timing. And she'll probably reach to a bag and walk up to Mei Lin and hold out a hand that showed it's a little box. Dark blue in color. But she's
Looking at her
handing it to
ears,
May.
does she have the ear cuff on still?
She does.
She takes the box, then puts the letter in her hand and says, Tarek's leaving us too.
That's quite unfortunate timing. And she'll reach up to take off the ear cuff.
Damn, now we're only down to 2 capable members of the team.
A player legitimately forgot about Balthazar's name.
You know, like, no, this is the thing, it's going to become a thing now. You know, like in Age of Ultron, where everyone's like clapping everyone else on the back apart from Tony. He's like, yeah, no, I just buy everything and do everything and make everything.
Yeah.
I think you can hang on to the ear cuff. It is irrelevant now that, and unusable now that Tarek has absconded with his.
Oh, no. You will find it on your bed, mate.
I don't know that yet.
Okay, but like he was about to leave. Oh yes, the ear cuff.
She's gonna stop and say, it'll be fine. Maybe you can give it to somebody else. And she'll still take it off and hold that out as well. You'll
Takes
need
it.
it more than I will. I wish you all the best of luck. I do. Yeah. If you don't mind. Place to go. Callus. Take it easy on the doors. And she'll kind of just go ahead and start to walk away, leave the party.
As Eclipse walks into the city of New Azure and Tarek off, who knows where. The 3 of you stand outside of light and make your way in. It's about a little after noon as the sun is slowly moving away.
Well, this has been a shit few days.
May is in tears. She is struggling to hold them in.
Just let me know when you open the box.
She's not going to.
Oh my god, open the box.
It's fingers.
As
The dead shopkeeper.
She will, but she can't right now.
You know, I really
As
liked
the-
those guys. There was the guy who was invisible and naked all the time, and there was Eclipse who was sat there while you were trying to claw your own eyes out, and I had to hold you down. It was crazy. Oh well.
May throws her arms around Balthazar's neck and says, I swear to God, if you leave me, I'm going to fucking rip your nuts off.
Maybe I don't want my children brought out of the Empire. If they're like going to be clingy. Oh jeez. They're there. I call her room. He takes Eclipse's room.
As the three of you take an hour or so's rest and prepare to plan to
Arcane-
case and
arcane
steal
recovery.
from the Navy Rose. You can take a short rest if you like, if you need. Eclipse, as you make your way outside of the city, it's getting late in the day for travel. So you find yourself somewhere to rest, and it happens to be at the Cloaked Rabbit for sheer convenience. One of the few places in the city you're familiar with at this point. You get yourself a room for the night. It's a simple room. Single bed. Sir, a chair. You unpack and put all your stuff away. And you eventually take off your armor and get comfortable and go downstairs for dinner. The sun's slowly setting, and you find yourself up in your room. You head up and you grab the handle and you open the door. Turn around, close it behind you. And as you turn around, standing in the corner is a 6'2" thin, pale blue individual, icy blue swept hair, bright blue eyes, long silk vestments. He's leaned up against the wall. On the bed is a pale alabaster woman with flaming red hair and a bone corset around her ribs, and stabbed right into her heart is a dagger made of ice. The pale blue individual looks up at you and goes, "You really think I was done with you yet, Eclipse? We've just begun, my love." He snaps his finger. As from your toes up to your head, you are entirely blue ice. Your body shatters into 1,000 pieces across the floor. And that's where we end today's session.
And then May opens the box.
What's in the fucking box?
No, she's not
mimic.
opening the box. She's not opening the box.
That's where we end today's session.
Why am I stressed?
And the box is a ring of mind shielding.
May, will you marry me?
Oh my goodness.
Callie, what's in the box?
Just get to find out next time.
God, stop making me wait, man.
Tune in 2 weeks.
Have fun.
We have a finite
Technically,
time
it'll-
on this earth.
Oh, I can type it out because, like, I won't be there the next
You
session.
can tell me. Yeah, just send it to me.
Yeah, I'll send it
Yeah,
to you.
me, us.
Is the
us.
stream
That's me.
finished? But I know yes, it is finished. But did Chris
No,
no,
we're
no,
not there
change the
yet.
scene?
Thank
Are you
you
in a
so
hurry,
much.
Thomas?
Yes,
To
I'm gonna go to sleep
everybody-
because I have the job party tonight,
Oh,
and
right.
I did.
Nice.
Oh. Thank you so much to our fabulous cast as per usual. Thank you to our overactive chat. If you're not in our Discord, !Discord in chat to get that invite link. Things are about to get a little more colorful here with the Pucks of Doom. So, I guess we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. But next week, Book of Time.
We're
Who the
getting
fuck knows?
we are getting
Keep
played
your-
around by Wombat.
It's a good time every time. Yeah, we'll cast you guys later.
Bye.